Alright, so again, no more rails and metal. I'm loving this.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
You know, we've had Moscow, Samoski, and then Moscow
Awesome.
again, but no, it's nice to see the variety in maps coming on later because we had pretty much 6 games over today and yesterday, haven't we, with rails
Oh
and
yeah.
metal, which has been difficult. So here we go. We've changed now. We've got Kyle Akira is playing in place,
Yeah, Black Phoenix.
and Locio. So yeah, a player swap there. We've still got Roof and Plaga, who are going to try another shot at the north side of Moscow outskirts.
Yeah, I mean they're both focusing on one side, which is a good thing. I like to see this to put the early pressure on one side. We got the Kubel suppressing the early Blue Echelon squads, which is always fun to see. It's why I love Kubels. They give so much mobility.
What time are you on at the moment, Clue?
125.
Okay, pause for me a second. I'll tell you when I get to 25.
Okay.
Alrighty, so yeah, again, Allies going hard on the right, Axis on the left. Looks interesting so far. I'm on 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Sorry, I forgot to tell you when we hit the 30 that time.
Yeah,
so,
it's always guessing for me.
yeah, too much going on. Here we go. Your favorite thing has come on the map again. The scout car, early scout car from Kyle Akira here. Is going to be coming in, and are we going to see the Flamer again? Yeah, I know. We haven't seen Soviets really at all in the tournament so far, you know, because really, I guess the combination of USF and Brit is a lot stronger. But really nice to see the Soviets here. You know, there are still some very good, you know, combinations in 2v2 for Soviets and America. So hopefully we get to see some of those in this game now.
Definitely. Yeah.
Look at that, the Kubel completely out of position at the start of the game.
Stay away from the Kubel.
That is a mistake in the early game. Are we going to see the Faust from the Grenadiers here on the scout car? They need to be quick on that.
They have to, they kind of have to.
No, it looks like they let it get away.
That's definitely, this is a mistake.
Big mistake there, yeah. Big
Yeah.
mistake from Roof. He should have been able to quickly hit the hotkey for that and get a Faust on that. That would have taken that unit out at the start of the game and also completely negated the threat of the Flamer half-track, which is coming up. And, you know, the other thing as well is that the opponents, you know, Kyle Akira probably just saw that happen and thought, well, you know, my opponent doesn't have the speed to get that Faust off quickly. So, I mean, this is even more reason for him to start flinging it around into the all the engagements now. So, yeah,
very aggressive axis push though.
Yeah, and you know, I like to see that. I like to see that they're working as a team now. You know, they've gone in together on one side. You know, they're using their units, you know, well together. I'm just worried that they're going to overextend right now. You know, they've left themselves open on 2 flanks.
Oh yeah.
You know, we have got Kyle Akira on the right flank. We could be seeing Locio push up on the left flank, but at the moment he's occupied in the middle. So, you know, they are kind of overextending here. What's this bunker going down?
This is weird. This is a very early bunker, and what's even weirder, we're not gonna see an ISG fast because Plager is setting up his mechanized regiment headquarters. So
it's an MG bunker.
Yeah, well, of course it's an MG bunker. He wants to lock down.
I was totally expecting a reinforced bunker or a medic bunker, you know, something like that where you could get maybe even the half track working with the medic bunker. But to see an MG bunker there, I mean, really, you want to be having the reinforced.
It stops the pushes. I mean, it's unique there, but I think it could work out pretty well.
Great decapping, by the way, from Kyle Akira, who came in from the right flank, went right round the back lines in order to take this key territory for the Axis, and whilst they're now pulled back, this is the issue we were talking about, you know, they're overextended, they're now going to be pulled back to this strategic point. Allies are going to come in with the Flamer scout car. Here we go, let's follow the Flamer scout car. They have absolutely nothing for this right now.
Oh wow, this overextending. Perhaps they did it a bit for too long. I guess they're waiting for a flag half-track to come back, to come and cover everything up, but they weren't expecting a flamethrower, I think. I mean, the clan car.
No, and that surprises me because, you know, you should be seeing what we saw at the start of the game and totally expecting the Flamer scout car. And here we go, penal battalions actually. It wasn't the engineers that received the flames.
Now it's just gonna satchel charge this bunker. That's 150 manpower and 60 missions lost for nothing really. So
doesn't quite have the munitions to put the satchel down yet, but it looks like he's putting himself in a position where he can easily. Now here we go, whilst all this is going on, whilst the Axis is trying to deal with the scout car, Locio very good here, going to deal with the left hand side of the map and make sure that's all captured, and you know, there's tons of benefits to doing this. You know, if one player can actually handle, you know, you force a retreat, one player can just, you know, handle the mid for a moment. then really good idea to capture the left, because you're not only denying the resources, you're also giving yourself extra recon, you know, from the natural sight you get from the strategic points. Then you're denying it to your opponent. And what I'll show you now, you know, when you put the Fog of War on, you can see how this looks from both players' perspective. I mean, just look at that. Because of the territory, it looks really, you know, you don't even know what's on.
No, you don't.
You don't know what your opponent has. And you know, let's switch over to the Axis for a second. It looks even more bleak for them because of you know, the kind of territory things they've lost.
It's really not looking good. There we go, Flak Aufschlag is building by the way as well. Infantry company being chosen by the American player. Mechanized support.
Rifle, not infantry.
Sorry, rifle.
Misinformation. It would be okay if there wasn't actually a rifle, infantry company. Even I'm doing it now, god damn it.
Glorious. No. Are we going to see an ISU 152 Stormless? What do you think?
Well, it depends how long we go on in this game. I mean, at the moment, looks like both teams have lost a lot. Axis may have pulled ahead with some of the squads being still on the field. You know, the allies, who was it? Locio. Kyle has actually lost quite a bit. He lost the penals after putting the satchel down, you know, because he got wiped by the bunker on the retreat. But you know, we'll see how that pays off. You know, going into guards now as well.
It's pretty good. I wouldn't say counter, but good harassment for the Flak Aufschlag.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's. I'm just worried that he's gone in with expensive units before having his kind of like foundation set up. You know.
Yeah, true. That.
We do need engineers on the field. Really, we do need conscripts and.
This front line looks so weird now. I mean, everything's cut off. There's no coherency at all.
Yeah, map's very patchy. And look at this, Axis have actually abandoned the left-hand side now. They're going over to the right with the support of the Flak half-track here. And really nice to see him using that on the move there with the attack ground setup. It's nice to see people using it like that. But whoa! Just moved into the guard range. What's going to happen there? He's in a little bit of trouble. It looks like the guards don't actually take it.
Scott trying to do some more damage. Wow, this could have turned out very badly for the Flak half-track rating.
Look at that. No, but he does have the advantage because only one PTRS can fire on the Flak half-track right now.
Yeah,
because there's only one window on the church facing that direction.
It also does insane damage versus buildings. It's the same like the Centaur. So you really need to be careful when you pop units and buildings next to Flak half-track. It's something you don't want to do.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Of course you agree with me. I'm brilliant. Let's see what he's doing.
Trust Clue, he's a pro.
Let's see what he's gonna do with the Scout card here. I feel like he should garrison the gods in it.
Look at this. Didn't retreat the Sternpioneers at all there. There was no logical reason for them to be in that engagement at all.
This is another big loss. You really don't want to lose your storms this early on. He's building a rocket though to counter the Scout card.
Interesting though. I mean, this is really. Do you know what I'm finding really strange right now? Black Phoenix, man. You know they've played solidly every game really that they've played. Obviously they've had one already that didn't go to plan, but it was you know what's happening here? What happened to all these deep strategies that they both had together? Every game they've had this fixed strategy that has worked so well. And I guess actually maybe this is down to Kyle being in the team. Maybe he doesn't have much.
Perhaps they don't have the synergy.
Yeah, maybe they haven't been playing together. You know, because Locio and who else was in the other team? I've forgotten his name already. Sorry. Chronosaurus. Yeah, I mean those guys have excellent 2v2. You know, the creativity between the players is good. The decision making is good. It was already pre-decided really with them, hasn't it? But they haven't quite found it in this game as allies so far, and they really do need to be communicating as a team. What we're seeing at the moment is just guard spam, really.
Yeah. Guard spam, best spam,
guard spam, probably into ISU. And I mean, the thing is that ISU is very strong on a map like this, so it could, you know,
it could work really. I mean, with a bit of luck, they could pull it off.
Look at that nice AT position there from the 57mm on the USF.
Flak half-track's taking much damage.
Scout car goes down there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's 2 on the field though. What the hell is it doing? It's driving straight into the gods. Yeah, it's not the best of ideas. We also see elite troops being picked, so we might see a Tiger Race as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's probably the right idea for them because every game they've struggled in the late game. Do you know what I mean? And especially for Rufy, who's always had around 1,000 manpower at this point. You know, it's going to be the perfect doctrine for him because he's always going to be able to afford it at 15 CP. Yeah. So I mean, Elite Troops, yeah, it's probably a very, very suitable doctrine for him. But here we're seeing, you know, Black Phoenix. They're starting to get that upper hand now. They're starting to get that upper hand now. I just want to say, by the way, I've noticed that the Black Phoenix are actually on the left side. So you guys can see the score at the top. I mean, the score's correct, but it's on the wrong side, so I apologize for that. I did actually switch the sides. So
God damn it, Danny.
I don't know what that happened. Sorry about that.
There's useless and then there's you, really. Holy damn.
I know.
Jesus Christ. I mean, alright, whatever. Let's get back to the game, shall we? The people are fed up with your incompetence already.
They're used to it now, it's fine.
Yeah, probably. Alright, so cheeky cap on the right hand side. It's always good to see. It's a pretty deep flank actually going on.
I'm liking the use of the scout car here, but here we go. 18 nades haven't actually been researched, but they're gonna. Oh no, they have. Sorry, they have been researched. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, so nice use of the smoke, but it isn't actually going to stop the 18 nade going. Fortunately, scout car was already reversing at the time and will be able to get out of that pretty safely. But this is still no easy moment for the scout car. You know, they're in green cover. This grenadier squad could go down, and also this ability could recharge. We could see the second anti-tank grenade go on, but there we go. It is repaired in time.
Yeah, nice, just in time. Wow.
Nice little repair going on there.
Ballsy play, pushing his grenadier so far in.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what's strange? What is this left and right from the axis? You know,
I have no idea.
They now comfortably have the left-hand side of the map, and they're now moving all their units over to the right. This shouldn't be happening. You know, the Axis need time to stabilize, to get themselves in a good position, and then move on and expand. You know,
perhaps they're a bit innocent.
Yeah, the second these guys split up, you know, the allies are going to roll in the win, and this is a big issue for them. But
they obviously stick together.
They only need to cut off this strategic point.
True. Here we go. The flag half track's moving in, going to pull off a few shots on his, I wouldn't say blob, but clump type units of the captain and the rifleman, suppressing them very quickly. Yeah, but they're fast and retreated. No, really. I don't think the flag half track has the impact it was supposed to have. Really, I mean, both ally players always worked their way around them pretty well, and it didn't really wipe any squads either. So yeah, I think the flag half track may have been the wrong choice. Should have gotten ISG.
Well, that being said, you know, the flag half track has allowed them to kind of stabilize a lot of territory against those infantry flanks. So it hasn't been so bad, but the next tech that they bring out, I think it's got to be...
Yeah, it's gonna be spot on, because otherwise, you know, it's gonna spiral down into the spree, I guess. Check them out working at the church.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping we get to see the church go down. I mean, things like Satchel on the church are just so beautiful to see.
Oh yeah.
Incendiary grenade there as well. Look at the health it took off of those two squads. Very, very nice there.
Always good to see. The 2-2 still alive. Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually been using the 2-2 quite well. He's using it in the right points as well. He's getting it on the penals, and you know what I mean. Just bringing the health down and then letting the infantry go in and deal the extra damage. Now, sorry, the flak half track needs to be careful there, but in fact the guards retreat. They.
Ooh, they could have done some more damage actually. I mean.
Yeah, I mean they probably
it's cautious
ability as well, you know, to actually stun it and get another unit in with the AT grenade. They do have the conscripts here. They did have, sorry, they could have done that. So they could have actually destroyed that. Then that was their opportunity to do it. Look at this on the left-hand side. Tons of infantry going in to deal with this MG gun. One gets suppressed, but the others are easily going to be able to run through. USF's going to take a really important strategic point there, neutralizing fuel from the Axis on that side, leaving the Axis in a very, very bad position. Axis splitting up again. It's just not a good idea at all. They're putting themselves in so many bad positions.
Yeah, why would they do that even?
It sets up with the half track and then smokes instantly. You know, could have actually suppressed the infantry squads by firing.
I wouldn't have done that really, because with the captain along with it, no. It's safe, but it's good that he's done this. It's too dangerous, man. If they lose a flag, I'll try to game over basically.
Yeah, perhaps that. Two squads just run into a mine on the right-hand side, instantly taking down a lot of health and some of the squad members. So they're standing in negative cover as well. You do not want to be doing.
You don't know what? No, this isn't good.
Probably the best decision to retreat there, because you know that
yeah.
engagement.
Or get the rifle nade out.
Didn't go good from the start.
Because they were pretty clumped up. Well, whatever. So they're playing safe now. Good. This captain and this rifle squad are just roaming the field.
Yeah, I mean, as well, you know, if we do see that triple vet go up, look at the composition for the USF at the moment. 4 rifles upgraded with bars. That is a strong.
That is very strong.
You need a lot of anti-infantry to deal with this. You know, we need to see something like, I don't know, maybe a look or an Ostwind.
I get a Stuka. Just for the lol. And once again, we're seeing the battle group headquarters placed into the base. I'm mad again, dude. This is not what you should do. Building an ISG as well.
Clearly
2 ISGs.
Lose it, so.
No, I'm mad. No. Fuck this. I'm sorry. Garden this. No. Nope.
Anyway, so flag half track on the left-hand side coming up, and again the captain, are they going to be able to get any good shots in? This time feeling a little bit more confident. He should have done that the first time, you see, because it instantly deals maximum suppression to the squad when it does that.
Yeah,
so
he's lucky that both Sooks missed though. I mean, imagine if they connected.
Well, even if they connect, you know, they don't actually destroy it, so you know, you have enough time to get that, you know, get the suppression to move out. You know, that's just how you calculate that engagement. It would have gone in his favour. Does need to be careful here from the flank. There's a lot of riflemen, you know. To be honest, with the right kind of flank, you can actually blow up the half track with just bars alone.
Definitely.
And walk around it. So, you know, they've got the AT grenades as well, obviously, with all this veterancy. So, the scout car is also at the same risk as that.
Indeed. Just how many grenadiers did Roof lose? I mean, I think 1 or 2 squads even, because he's got almost no veterancy.
Look how quickly these bars are dealing with the Volks grenadiers here. That is, wow.
This is just carnage. Back how he spinning squads and this is painful. Oi.
What is the objective here? I mean,
I think throw stuff at your opponent and hope something sticks, I guess. There's a back and
guards going right up to the support gun as well. Right up there. Pack house actually wiped. Did it wipe the squad then?
No, it didn't wipe. It brought it down to 1 man. There we go, flag off track trying to get some shots over the gods, but probably too late. Yeah, it's not gonna make it. Yeah, 1 shot. So now we got 2 ISGs on the field. I think this is a mistake. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean they obviously want to get a lot of those big hits
on the left side.
Yeah. What are they going to do about that? I mean, I get the feeling they're waiting for the 17 CB mark right now. Again, look at the manpower for Roofy. He's sitting on 900 manpower, and then Roofy, if you are watching this, you really need to get on top of the manpower thing here, because you cannot be stockpiling manpower like that in situations like this. I mean, you need to be spending it on the infantry, and in a way, you know, that's actually, you know, where are the AT guns needed right now to deal with this? Where's the MG guns? You know, your allies is going to suffer without that kind of support playing as OPW, so, you know, definitely to work on making sure that you're always spending and utilising the manpower that comes in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, how long do you think this game is going to last? Because I don't see any solution.
I mean, to be honest, even if they had the solution, they may not be able to.
Like here comes the AZ-8, ready to destroy the flag off track. This is game pretty much, I think. Yeah. It's beautifully executed by the allies. I mean, they pretty much did everything right.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing well. Here we go. Flag half track does go down eventually. They haven't got anything for it. Easy decides to get out of there again. I mean,
Phosphorus being dropped. This is turning south rather quickly. Yeah. I think it would have been a better idea to get an ISD instead of the flag half track. Don't you think? I mean, just so you can crawl forward slowly and set up a decent foundation for your army instead of relying on the flag half track to engage and to engage on certain places.
This, the Ostwind comes in. It's right next to the SC-76 here. Is the SC-76 going to be able to deal with it? I don't know, but the EZ-8 will for sure. The Ostwind has just come out a little bit too late from Roofy here. I mean, he really needs to have that out on the field earlier, you know, to help deal with the riflemen. And It's just the teching's been too late for them. You know, how much manpower has he had all game? You know, you shouldn't be getting the Ostwind at 20 minutes in.
No, and he's also just now building packs. I mean, 90 minutes first pack. That's not how it's done.
Demo charge on the right here. I'm just, I want to kind of blow it up myself.
Yeah, that's the good thing about. I mean, that's the nice thing about demo charge. It's not, yeah. You always hope for the best. There we go. This is a Volkswagen blob engaging the Sherman, bringing it down to half health. But, yeah.
Well, what's happening then? Are we going to wait for the Tiger race?
I guess we are.
Well, the triple cap's coming in now, so I mean we've only got a couple of minutes left of this game with a triple cap. I think it's 4 minutes if you triple cap constantly from here. You know, it's a VP per minute, so sorry, VP per second that you lose. So I mean this is real pressure for the Axis now. You know, they're fighting for the bronze position. They need to pull something out of the bag pretty quickly.
I mean, it's a testament to Black Phoenix. I mean, they've been very concise, very good. The entire tournament, I mean, they deserve the third place, don't they?
Yeah, I think they deserve third place really, and actually I've really enjoyed casting a lot of their games, but it's nice to see, especially in the previous games that they've had, the kind of high level of teamwork that they put in.
Indeed, I mean, the games from RTN and Golden Path, I mean, they were good because both players were incredibly good at the game itself, but I mean, Black Path, those guys are really, I think the only guys that really rely on teamwork as hard as any other game, any other team does, so yeah. While we watch this back, how we just break down this dysfunctional Diablo. Nothing much to say, I guess.
Wow, look at that. Pack Howards is just doing so much work to the manpower of the Axis right now. Absolutely beautiful. The front line here, they've given the Axis no choice but to engage them front on, and they don't really have anything. The LEIGs just aren't really performing. They've taken loads of shots at the guards here, but the guards haven't really even lost the squad yet. No. Which if you compare that to the Pack Howitzer, you know, it's been dealing loads of damage and wiping the support weapons, so I mean, there's really nothing they can do here. They're trying to cap the left VP to stop the triple drain. It's this game is getting very, very close to over now.
I love the fighting position on the left VP. It's very good.
Yeah, nice to see those being built later on into the game.
Plague has 172 field. Yeah, it doesn't even have tier 4 up, so yeah, whatever. This game is over. Oh, here we go, we got a flag, we got an M17 supporting the Pack Howie and the suppressed units, so they'll stay on the field even longer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Axis units in the field in terms of infantry right now. They're constantly attacking this strong line, you know, running into the MG for instance. Looks like they're starting to branch out onto the right a little bit though. Which mines are these? These are mines from Kyle on the right, so the Pioneers are going to take a little bit of a hit there. 3 men go down on that squad and nearly died to the flamethrower burst from Kyle there. Lovely use of mines. In fact, these mines are all over the place. He dies in the retreat to another mine. Oh wow, that squad wiped by 2 mines. That's got to be devastating at this point in the game. Now, looks like the Axis are taking advantage of the allies being grouped up on the centre of the field. They're going onto the right-hand side looking to get that fuel point and a VP maybe to help them stay in the game a little longer. But all the while, you know, putting those units over there on the right means that the allies now have a little bit more opportunities to come in and, you know, overpower this front line of the Axis. Then there we go, Easy 8's coming in now. They're going in hard, they're going to commit. There we go. Ostwind goes down, Easy 8's trying to get around the AT gun. AT gun hasn't even turned to face yet. It looks like the Easy 8's are just going to roll through this.
Oh yeah, of course they will. They just need, we just need some phosphorus now. See how we can go to hell with it.
Kettenworth, I mean, they have got the AT to deal with this, but neither of the AT guns are really set up to deal with it.
One rocket is setting up now, but yeah, the Easy 8's are actually pretty.
There we go, one goes down.
One goes down even, wow. The other one's blocking it. Oh no, yeah.
It's just absolute chaos on the Axis side right now, and they're in real danger of being base rushed shortly. You know, all the while Kyle is actually getting on the flank for the fuel and the VP, going to keep that triple cap going up, because you know the triple cap is the most important thing right now when your opponent's in the base. You know, that's what's going to really keep them going left and right, constantly unsure of which direction to go. So you know, very, very good here. Yet you can see Carl's focusing on this third VP. Doesn't really care about the fuel.
I was surprised the Metal Group headquarters is still alive, actually. I mean, I would have taken it out quite instantly, and there was no phosphorus being dropped as well.
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, in terms of the abilities, we haven't seen much of those, have we? And look at this, Katusha and ISU comes on the field. Katusha hitting straight into the base.
Oh boy.
Look at, oh my word, one of the shots hits instantly. Are we going to see another one land over there? I don't know. ISU, are we on anti-infantry? Yep, we are on anti-infantry high explosive rounds.
This is...
Although surprisingly inaccurate there at the moment.
Yeah, well... gotta keep in mind though, I mean, there's a Tiger race coming out on yeah, very soon actually. 1 CP in the quarters. Should be kind of funny.
Well, to be honest, they're losing enough infantry for that Tiger race to come out quickly, but I mean, is that going to be able to do the job?
Just imagine that the Tiger race completely turns this game around. Just imagine.
Well, you know, it is a strong unit, you know, it is capable of doing these things. What they need to do as well is being, start preparing for the Tiger race. If they are going to rely on the Tiger race right now, they need to start pumping up the engineers so that they can get back quickly after all the engagements and then get back on that front line again. You know, very, very important to have all the engineers and stuff doing that over there. Look at this, the two Rikettans trying to take on the ISU. I have a feeling the ISU is about to deliver the shot of death to these two Rikettans. In fact, no, it doesn't. It just retreats and it nearly dies.
What?
The enemy has 100 points
wow,
remaining.
but this back Howie though, beautiful shot.
Yeah, Pakawi's done a lot of work for them in this game. Look at the speed of this guy here running away from the retreat. Usain Bolt has left the battlefield. He's in it for the 200 meters. Look at that, that's insane. Wow. Why didn't they just give him like an LMG and send him into the base? That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
There we go, they've thrown in the towel. We didn't even get to see the Tiger race, which is a shame really, because it would have been nice to at least seen that after you know, watching all of that game.
Yep,
nice unit to watch. Right, is it the finals?
It is the finals, it's the big one.
It is indeed. Alright, okay, I'm going to run the intro, or try and run the intro, and then we're going to go back into the lobby and organise this, so give me a second.